Hey, welcome back to Informed Sources. It's no secret the Mud Island River Park, built back in 1982, is in need of a major makeover to attract Memphians and tourists. But now some Memphis City Council members want to know why money they earmarked for improvements hasn't been used. During Tuesday's meeting, council members quizzed representatives with the Memphis River Parks Partnership. That's the organization that manages the city's riverfront parks.
I would like to know why the money was just sitting there and not used for a long time.
We got about $5.1 million in those two budgets, and we've spent almost all of that. We've done it without a general contractor, and we've saved money on each project.
The partnership says they have addressed safety, cosmetic improvements, and have been negotiating with both short-term and long-term users about the future of Mud Island, along with its amphitheater and monorail. But with questions over money, Councilman Martavius Jones presented a solution to reallocate $3 million in capital improvement plan funds for Mud Island to other projects. Some of those other projects include fire station improvement, Memphis Parks and City Hall renovations. But right now, the Memphis River Parks Partnership wants that $3 million supposed to go to Mud Island to go towards Tom Lee Park, which of course we know just went through a major $60 million overhaul. We'll start with you, Mr. Canale. There was a hold put on this discussion, but what's your take on this?
Yeah, so right now you have competing resolutions, one from the administration that's asking for the $3 million to go to Tom Lee, and the other one from Chairman Jones that is going to allocate it to various places. You know, me personally, until there's a master plan on what can be done with Mud Island, unless you're going to use some of that money to start tearing down structures, $3 million is not enough to bring the amphitheater back online. So I don't know where I'm going to end up on that, but at this point, I'm not in favor of spending more money in Tom Lee when there's a lot of other areas. Councilman McCarl, I can tell you, $3 million cash can go a long way in some other areas.
So you're saying you're supporting Mr. Jones when he's saying it can go to other parts of the city?
I'm not decided yet, but I'm leaning that direction.
Okay. And your take? You're smiling.
Yeah, look, for those that for the last several years have said we should have done this or should have done that, what's done is done. Tom Lee Park is built, it's beautiful, it's an incredible civic asset, and people are excited about it. Mud Island is clearly the next logical step, but when you take a piece of real estate like that is so unique and scarce, you can't just go in and piecemeal it together. And whatever goes there in order to meet, you know, what it deserves to be. I mean, we're talking about anywhere from $50 to $100 million worth of improvements if Mud Island is really going to reach its full potential. So the city really has to work with its stakeholders and partners to put together a comprehensive plan and then figure out how we're going to finance that. That being said, whether that money is reappropriated, Mud Island has deferred maintenance and things that need to go and happen today. Me personally, I'd like to see several buildings taken down that are obsolete. I'd like to see certain aspects cleaned up and let it be prepared. There are things in which that park can be in the near term while a master plan and financing for that plan are put into place. There's no reason that park still can't be utilized, much like Northerly Island is in Chicago, for, you know, an off-leash dog park or pop-up festivals. But there are things that need to happen today. The state of disrepair that it's in is not what it should be. And for those that are like, well, we need an amphitheater there, I totally agree, which is why the Memphis City Council, in partnership with the Chamber, hired Sound Diplomacy to study Memphis music assets so that we could present a case study to the state and other stakeholders on how we would do that in conjunction with other uses, so it's not just a destination 26 days out of the year.
Yeah, I think you look over there at the park and it has that big Memphis sign.
Sure.
So what's being done to generate people to go over there?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Councilman Jones originally presented it as a $5 million to fix the monorail, and I was adamantly opposed to that. I mean, what are you going to take people over to see, right? That park is 41 years old since it launched. You know, people want to blame the partnership for deferred maintenance, but to be frankly honest, it's the city of Memphis that's the landlord and is responsible for major capital items. I'm not trying to let them totally off the hook, but you have a 40-year-old asset that has had no major capital investment. If that were any private development or building, you'd be like, that's a junk. Who's the owner? And ultimately, it's the city. So again, there are things that need to be done. That $3 million should be put to use. I think the fear factor from Councilman Jones, and not to speak for him necessarily, but he said it on the record, so I'll reiterate his points, which are, you know, I appropriated this money with my colleagues. This money either needs to go to the deferred maintenance or things on that island If not, then we're going to spend it on things that we know, because $3 million in cash can go anywhere. We could do major modifications, we can do fire improvements, we could do programming for youth. But the last thing that he wants to see, I think, is that money go back into Tom Lee Park. And I think a large majority of the council feels that way.
Is that because of all the issues that were surrounding Barbecue Fest and all the other?
It's not. That's not necessarily the specific issue. I mean, the divisive nature of the park is unfortunate, and I hope Memphis can come together and enjoy it and move past that. I know we're still working through some of those issues, but I think it's also that there's so much taxpayer money that's already been invested into the park, $30 million when you look at 10 from the county, 10 from the city, and 10 from the state, that any additional funding necessary needs to come from the private sector.
All right, thank you. Interesting discussion, and as long as I've been in Memphis, which has been almost 9 years now, this has been at the forefront, so we'll continue to follow it. When we come back, we'll shift our focus to MLGW. We'll talk about the 12% electric rate increase approved by City Council this week. That's next on Informed Sources.